Okay, sorry about little technical difficulties with the computer, but okay, so we were talking about your mom also giving her opinion on where to go, so it's another one thrown at you. So keep telling me about that.
You know, I see where she's coming from with Port St. Lucie because it's more of a familiar thing. We're closer to family, we're closer to friends, we're closer to things that we do in our everyday life. But then another part of me is like, if I'm gonna move, I want to move for a change, not for the same type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like St. Augustine would be cool. I heard they have the best schools in Florida. There's a lot of pluses to going there, but then there's also a lot of downfalls. You know, it's like 6 hours away. It wouldn't be close to how if we were to go to Cape Coral. If we wanted to do a day visit, it'd be more of a hassle if we were in St. Augustine. And plus, it gets really cold there, which on one aspect I liked because you get to kind of, wear your boots and your jacket and have a different kind of feel. But on the other hand, my husband jokes and he's like, if you want that, go put on a jacket and go to 7-Eleven and open the freezer. Like you say that now.
Yeah.
But
so there's pros and cons, it seems like, to all these different places. I'm still curious to hear you talk about yourself and where you want to go, because even after asking that question, you still really haven't been able to answer for yourself of what you wanted. It's really been about Chris and the kids and where they want to go. So I do think it's important that you also consider yourself and what you want, staying home, going somewhere else. Take that into consideration too. You mind just clicking that?
I definitely am. I that's kind of where I'm at right now, just trying to weigh my cards out. I think, if we were to move, I think it would probably be Cape Coral. I've taken a visit there, and I really liked it. I thought it was calming. I felt like going there, I just had a sense, something came over me, and I was like, oh wow, I like this. Even visiting the schools there that the kids would go to, I was like, oh wow, there was no bad vibes. So that right there kind of told me something. But it's something that I feel that my husband would probably need to go back and forth for a little bit before we make a change like that, and maybe that's why I'm holding back, because I want to make sure that everything plays out the way it's planned to play out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it is such a big move and it's stressful that I want it to be for all the right reasons and not for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And part of me does want to stay here because all of our friends and family are here, and, with the exception of my dad's family that are up north, but at the same time, I kind of want different.
Yeah.
So that's where I get a little stressed out about the situation. I feel like it's a major life-changing decision, so that's might be where I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I think in life when you have to make a big decision, it is hard. But from the way that you are explaining, it sounds like that you do really well with balancing your pros and your cons of where you want to go. However, creating so many pros and cons of so many different things, it's hard to come up with an answer.
Yeah, it almost feels like, when you go to a restaurant and the menu's way too big and you can't decide what to eat. It's kind of like that feeling. It's almost like I don't want to settle. I just want to do the right thing, and I think I might not know the answer now, but I feel like in time, maybe in the next month or so, I'm trying to keep telling myself that, things will play out. I've been trying to get a little bit more spiritual and ask for guidance in that direction, because how do we even know the answers? And, so I'm just trying to listen to that inner peace and inner voice if it comes to me. I don't know.
No, it's interesting. I'm wondering if you want to make a few goals right here. I mean, to maybe help you come up with your final answer of where to move. I wonder if we could set some goals. Like one, you just said, I'm really just trying to take a more spiritual aspect towards it and hope that it just comes to me, and that kind of let go and it just finds itself.
Yeah.
So what else, if we were going to set some goals, if you'd be interested in that,
Yeah.
what other goals do you think would help you to come up with a final answer of where to move? Because it sounds like that's the anxiety that I'm feeling from you of the stress right now.
Yeah,
Where
it
to go.
definitely is. I think there's a lot of unfinished business on, my plate and Chris's plate. He has a lot of things to do in regards to licensing and working out there because the licensing he has here isn't doable over there. So I feel like if he were to take those steps and really, do the things necessary to even make it possible over there, I feel like that would be a burden lifted off me. And I also feel like for me, with everything happening so fast and so much at once, I've had to put my own goals aside as far as, I went to school to do orthopedic stuff, in which I still can fall back on if I wanted, but, I wanted to venture out into the insurance things, and, I've had to put that schooling on the back burner because it's been one thing after another, and I just haven't even had the time to have a minute to even comprehend what I'm reading.
Well, okay, so before we go off on another thing, I want to make sure that the move is the most important decision right now.
Yeah.
So let's try and go back and set another goal of what you think would help you come up with the conclusion of where to go. I know you said spirituality. That was the one goal. Listen to
And getting in tune with something.
Right. Right. And what do you think would be another one?
I think time, to be honest. I think that if I just let it play out for itself, I think that maybe it would point us in the right place.
Maybe not so much worry right now. Let me not worry so much.
Yeah.
Let me...
Like, it's kind of like that saying, like, let go, let God.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta kind of learn to do that. Like, I can't have all the answers and I don't, and I feel like when I don't, I get flustered and I get crazy and I need to know it all right now. And maybe it's not meant to know.
We don't need to know everything right now. That's the major cause of anxiety. Anxiety is when you think you have to figure out everything right this second.
Yeah, I'm definitely having some anxiety.
Yeah.
On the road. But it's something I'm learning to deal with, and I'm trying,
Well, you have those ideas we talked about of breathing and taking time to and working on the anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay, so spirituality, time, just letting it, you'll figure it out. Anything else? Anything maybe more tangible, something that is, concrete? Because I have an idea, but I'm curious.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel, I don't know.
I wonder if it would help if you, because you write down all these pros and cons. What about just writing down a few things that are your most important reasons for moving? It has to be this, this, and this, and seeing which city or area to move in has the most of those things listed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I get that. I think, yeah, I like that. I think that would definitely help a lot.
Instead of comparing so much, maybe just having those things that are important for the move.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, Kristina, we're actually coming to an end.
Oh, okay.
And we'll pick up the next time.
Okay.
So, thanks for coming in again.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's definitely a calming experience for me.
Oh, good. All right, Kristina. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, home slice.
We did it!
It goes so fast with you. Like, I do. Why didn't that just save?